Yes, your boy Nolly Brook, aka Vet, with another episode of Duntkair Mentality. And I told y'all, boy, y'all never know who gonna come from behind that door. You know what I'm saying? Today, boy, I got what a Dade County real one, a legend, boy. You understand me? I'm gonna go ahead without further ado. I'm gonna go ahead and say what they do. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What's really happening?
Good with it, boy.
You already know what it is, baby. Don't kill, huh?
Yeah. Duntkair Mentality. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the real ones. We got Doom for y'all today, boy. Y'all lay around for it.
So.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Duntkair Mentality, brother.
Man, thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for having me.
So we gonna get straight into it, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing you everywhere, man. I like a lot of things that you're doing. When it comes to trying to teach these young dudes, because a lot of times they don't want to hear from nobody who ain't never been there, who ain't never done that. You know what I'm saying? So when they hear from somebody who 11 years in the state, 16 the feds, not 11 straight. You know what I'm saying? But all together. That is some years, man. That's 27 years, man.
Damn.
That's a lot. That's a lot of time. That's probably more time you was out. You know, a lot of times, a lot of dudes done did more time inside than they been on the streets.
Right. That's
you know
my story right there, for real.
Yeah. So we're gonna start from the beginning, man. So say you from the subs, huh?
Brown sub all day, baby.
And the old boy Pig was a real one in the sub, I heard.
Oh yeah, the old boy Pig. Shout out to Pig, man. Rest in peace to the old boy, man. Yeah. He was a real one in his time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And got like, you know, the day they on pills real bad in the streets, the young dudes.
Right.
Our era, we was on heavy lace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Back then, the old boy them era, they was on boy.
They was on that dog food.
They was on that dog, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
A lot of them made it through, a lot of them bounced back, you know what I'm saying? Some of them, you know, been by the wayside. But you come from a real one, you know what I'm saying? And then I see you got your name, you was Lil Pig.
Yeah, you know, growing, you know how they do it, man. It was easier for a lot of the old timers and the people in the neighborhood, you know, just address me as Lil Pig. I guess, you know, I favored the old boy so much, you know what I mean? And I was kind of like, at that point in time, I was like, you know, it was something for me to be proud of, because the old boy had a little pool in the hood, and like I mentioned in my book, you know, I had to run of the hood, man, from the number mans to the junkies to the corner stores. You know,
Yeah.
Pig name was good.
Mm-hmm. You go to the store, get anything out of the store.
Anything, they know he gonna cover that tab. So, you know, that was a good thing that, you know, Pops ain't give a nigga a whole lot, but he definitely gave me little things like that off his name. You know what I mean? You know, legacy and name matter still today to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's.
He had a bunch of kids. It was just you.
And my old boy had he had a bunch of sons, and, you know, a few possibles, like a spade game.
Yeah.
A couple ones and a couple possibles.
Oh, okay.
You know,
and old girl, you had any brother sister from the old girl?
Yeah, my old girl didn't have, but me and my older brother is no longer here, man. He you know, rest in peace to rest in peace to my brother Greg. You've been reading.
Yeah.
You've been reading.
Yeah.
You know the story.
Yeah.
But my brother Greg, man. Yeah, my brother Greg. You know what I mean? He raised up. He was born in the Bahamas, but he came over for a long time. I thought I was the only child on my mama's side. You know, until I met my brother when I was about like 5 years old, some shit like that.
He was the older brother, right?
Yeah, my older brother.
Yeah. Okay.
On my mama's side, I'm the baby.
Out of the two.
Out of the two.
That's a praying lady too, bro.
Yeah.
That's a praying lady. That's a lot of where a lot of your blessings come from.
Man, you know, one thing I can say, and I stress this a lot to a lot of the young cats, right? You know, I done rent the streets with a lot of like homies that ain't here no more. Mm-hmm. Then I rent the streets with a lot of homies that's doing elbows. That's life in prison without parole, right? And I always question, like, damn, you know, I was in them same cars, I was in them same bushes, and I was in them same licks and shit. You know, why God gave me another chance, and why my homeboy Joe Gigaveli ain't here no more, or why my homeboy OJ ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? Why my homie Lil Bo doing life, and my homeboy, you know, Shantae Ward doing life, and, you know, all these type of homies that I rent with that's doing life. And I look and I say, but you know what? And not to say nothing negative about my homies, But I got a lot of disrespectful ass homeboys now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was never a disrespectful child, though, man. When it came to the old girl, man, like I can't remember a time that I ever cussed at my old girl. The closest thing I ever came close to being disrespecting my old girl was saying, you know, Ma, you tripping. And they used to boil her, boy. You tripping, Ma, and I'd be out the door. Boy, look here, she liable not to talk to me. The worst thing my mama do is not talk to me.
And that hurt more
than the silent treatment, man. That hurt more than her beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big mama boy, man, all day. So I credit that. And what I was trying to get to is I'm often, you know, being a spiritual brother, like I'm a Muslim, but my old girl raised me up, you know, with the Bible and the church and shit. So at the end of the day, I know a lot about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And I remember certain things that is in the scripture, and then I see it in the Quran. It say, honor thy parent, honor thy mother and our father, and our days shall be long. When he say long, it ain't just mean long, prosperous too. So, you know, I credit that little bit of discipline in myself to why I thank God continue to have me here and let me do the things that I'm doing right now.
So how was it? How was it at grandma crib? Because I see, you know, I read a couple of things about being at grandma crib.
Which one?
I'm not sure if it was the old girl or the old boy. I know you had a cousin named, I think her name was Tasha. Or...
Oh yeah. See, you going deep now. The brother into my book, man.
Yeah. This book, man.
What he referring? It's in this one right here, Pressure.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
What I got 2 books, man.
Yeah, I got
that book, Pressure. What he referring to is my grandma's yard in the sub, man, on my daddy's side. That was like the she was the patriarch of the family, man. That what kept us knitted. It was always fun going around. You know, G Maha, Big Maha, she'd bring the ice maker out. You know, granddaddy and probably went out and got a bunch of fish and shit, fish fry, bunch of toys in the yard. You know what I mean? That type of shit.
So how did the name Gigalo come about? Because I seen you was Lil Pig, because like you say, you just look like the old boy, whatever.
Right.
And then I guess you ladies man at one point call yourself Gigalo, and that's how we get to Jig.
Right.
You know
That's how. Okay. I like this interview, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. The brother making me dead. So Gigalo was a name that I gave myself, right?
As a shorty,
man. You know what I'm saying? I've always been on some lover boy shit, some player shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an early starter, you know what I'm saying? So like elementary schools, I always been at the girls. One of the ones touching the girls' asses and shit. So I remember always trying to be fly, introduce myself as Lil Pig, and respond used to be negative. Lil bras be oinking and all this and that. Yeah. So I'm like, man, that ain't fly. So I'm, you know, back at that time now, we listen to New Edition, Candy Girl, and you know what I'm saying, all this and that. You trying to sing your way to the bus stop with the bras. So I fucked around and went to I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you're old enough, but they had a movie theater right across on North Side.
North Side, yeah. The drive-in.
Not the drive-in.
Not the drive-in?
The one that Ike them converted into the heart of the city.
Okay.
That was an actual theater.
Okay.
Inside.
I probably was going there as a shorty, but I don't remember it like that.
Man, listen, this is the 70s and early 80s, man. You know what I'm saying? It was 50 cents to go in the movies. And that used to be my weekend thing, right? I would sell my can. It was a can place, and the Bojangles right next to each other. We had to move out the sub, and we were staying over there in the Tutu Ave area. You know what I mean? That's why you might have heard me write in my book that I'm a baby Tutu Ave.
Yeah.
But we moved in that little area right there off 79, in between 79 and 81st in that area right there behind by Whistler River. And I used to be a weekend thing. I sell my cans, and I go get me a little Bojangles, and then and I'm legit now, like 5, 6 years old, and I would go across to the movie theater. You know, we wearing bell bottoms back then. That's how far back I'm telling you. Hush puppies and shit on. Know what I'm saying? Buster Browns and shit, kangaroos. And I would go to the movie theater, and I seen a movie that changed my fucking life.
And what movie was that?
Purple Rain.
Goddamn Prince.
Goddamn Prince. But Prince. Everybody was stuck on Prince. I was stuck on Mars Day. Yeah,
Mars
Day. Mr. Gigalo himself.
He was getting all together.
And that's where, you know, I took y'all a long ride, but that's where the name came from. When I seen him put that bitch in the garbage can on that movie, And he had him and the boy Tyrone, I think the partner name was, I forgot the right-hand man name was. They dumped the broad. I said, boy, look here. If that wasn't some player shit, that's what I want to be. I want to be Gigalo.
And that's when the Gigalo era started.
That's when Gigalo started.
Okay. So I hear you just mentioned on 22nd over there. That's where you also I know you say you was bagging grocery at Earl's. Right across the street, you had the shells right there.
The shells.
You know what I'm saying? You was doing. So you've been hustling since a young one. You said, and then you had your cans and all.
Man, listen, when most niggas was going to play Little League football, which I had 1 year Optimus.
Mm-hmm.
I had 1 year of Optimus, and I was gifted. I could have played, but I was real fast. Always been fast. But it was a lot of politics back then because I ain't had no daddy taking me or no male figure making sure I get in the game.
Yeah.
And when the coach played me my first year, I said, fuck that shit. I'm not finna be out here wasting my time after school, going down here, not getting in the games and shit on Saturday. I started fucking, shit. I need me some paper. You know what I'm saying? So I started pumping gas at the Shell station. If that ain't moving fast enough, I'll go across the street to the Earl's, bag some grocery, tow some grocery to the car for the women, you know what I'm saying, the ladies, and, make some money, right? And then, and also have my cans and back then, Utopium was right down the street, the dime bottles, and all that. So I just made a hustle, you know what I mean? I growed up hustling, I'm a frozen lady. I'm a frozen cup lady on grandson.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So the hustle always been around me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why nowadays I don't really give my money away because a lot of niggas begging out here. You know what I'm saying? They act like that's a hustle. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker pull up at the gas station, nigga, you ain't much trying to wipe a nigga window, offer to pump my gas, but you ask me, I got $1 grown ass nigga. I ain't got no problem. Tell you, I ain't got nothing for you, bro.
Pocket full of money, ain't got nothing for you.
Pocket full of money, I ain't got nothing for you. Because
you're right down the street.
I ain't finna make a po hustle out
you. And you'll roll right down the street and see a young dude out there on the corner selling water. You get 4-5 on.
4-5 on one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That part.
Because you remember when you was young. You wasn't begging. You wasn't at the gas station begging. You wasn't at Earl's begging.
Begging ain't a trait of a real man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna let my people. We got too many. We got immigrants coming over here, illegals coming over here, doing better than those of us that were born here with Social Security numbers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't have no pride to not go.
Niggas done got lazy, man. Niggas just lazy. A lot of niggas lazy, man. I hate to say it, man. They get lazy about an hour.